Introducing Cash Perks. Hello everybody, this is Atticus Killo. I am the programmer behind CashText, and I'm about to unveil something pretty new and exciting here. Cash Perks is an exciting additional way to get paid in the CashText network. You will still receive CashText as before, but Cash Perks will help to multiply your earnings. Alright, so this is a new program, and this is something you can opt into. You can opt out of, but it's an additional way to make money, and I think you're going to be excited when you hear what we have to offer here. So, how this works is you earn perk points for opening offers. You receive a text message from short code 30101, and you will see a link to the offer using a www.perks.cc short URL. If you recall, on CashText we use txts.cc. So this is how you distinguish that you're receiving a cash perk. Also, the short code will be 30101. It may be 69302 for a little bit, but for the most part, it's going to come from 30101. And you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to re-opt in or anything like that. You open the offer on your phone or in your CashText back office, and you see a picture and a description of the offer. All right? When you click on the link to access the offer, you immediately earn 5 perk points. And what is a perk point worth? We're going to show you how this all gets calculated, so bear with us here. We'll explain in just a minute. First, we want to show you how to earn perk points for sharing offers. So first, we showed you how you can earn points for opening the offer and clicking on the offer. Now, let's say you see a great offer and you want to share it with other people, okay? It's like, wow, I got a great deal. I want to share it with others. You get a unique perks.cc affiliate link, which is your CashText username. For example, myusername.perks.cc. Whenever any visitor outside of the CashText network clicks on your link and then clicks through to the offer, you earn 5 perk points for each unique click-through. So, for example, you share it on Facebook or Twitter, and somebody who's not in CashText already clicks on the offer and opens it, you earn 5 perk points. For example, you receive a perks.cc text offering you 10% savings at a famous national chain restaurant. You open the offer and click through, you earn 5 perk points. You share the offer with 10 friends not in CashText via text, social media, email, etc., and they click through to the offer, and you earn 50 perk points. Your combined total now comes to 55 perk points. Okay, you got 5 yourself and then 50 for sharing. And again, this is for illustration purposes only. So we're not guaranteeing any income. We're not telling you you're going to make this amount of money. I think that's fairly obvious. This keeps our lawyers happy. All right, now you can also earn perk points when your downline clicks on offers. For illustration purposes, let's assume you have 100 people in your CashText downline across all 5 levels. So 100 people get a perk text. By the way, perk texts are great because they're going to be able to be sent to the whole list, whereas cash texts are really going to be very localized and very focused on individual groups. But perks are going to go out to a much broader base. But cash texts are going to depend on your personal settings and what you choose as your favorites and your demographic information, etc. So 100 people in your downline get a perk text. Let's say that 50 out of 100 click through to the offer. Okay, they open the offer, then they click through. You earn 3 perk points for each of those 50 people. So 3 times 50, that's 150 perk points. But wait, it gets even more exciting. You can earn perk points when your downline shares offers. So up till now, you've seen how you can make perk points when you yourself open the offer, and then when you share it out on social networks, etc. And then when your downline opens offers. But now when your downline shares the offers, you can see how this kind of multiplies the value of a text to an advertiser. We saw how 50 out of 100 people in your downline personally clicked through to the offer as an example. Now imagine that only 10 out of those 50 share that offer the same way you did. So 10 share it with 10 each outside of the CashText network. So now 100 additional people outside of your downline click and open the offer. You make 3 perk points for each of those open offers. 3 times 100 equals 300 perk points from your downline's activity. Here is the summary of all the perk points you've earned for this offer. Again, you earn 5 points for opening the offer yourself, 50 points for sharing the offer, 150 points when your downline opens the offer, and 300 perk points when your downline shares the offer. So this adds up to 505 perk points for one offer. All right, so you got these 505 points. Again, what's it all worth? On the 1st and 16th of every month, CashText computes the total amount of net revenue received from the various offers that were presented through the Cash Perks program since the last commission run. In other words, we're pooling all the money that all these particular offers that were sent out during a particular period. We pull that money, all right, and we calculate the net revenue that generates, all right. Next, we calculate the total number of perk points that were generated for that period. So we take your perk points, we take your uplines, your sidelines, your downlines, your cross lines, and we take everybody's perk points and we add them all together. Finally, we divide 70% of the total net revenue for that period by the total number of perk points to determine the dollar amount for each individual perk point. So check this out. Here's a hypothetical example to illustrate this. From April 15th to April 30th, CashText generates $100,000 in net revenue from the Cash Perks program. That's from sending out the offers and whatever those offers generate in net revenue from sales. During that same period, a total of 466,667 perk points are earned across the entire CashText network. So on May 25th, that's a month later, the $100,000, let's say it's finally released into the CashText bank account, $70,000, which is 70% of that. Remember, we said 70% of net revenue is then divided by 466,000 and change. Okay, so what that comes to is $0.015 or 1.5 cents. So remember, you made 5 perk points for opening the offer, multiplied by 1.5 cents. You can see that's worth a little more than a CashText. Now, we're not going to guarantee that it's always going to be worth more than a CashText, but we're going to make sure that we find great offers to always produce amazing value for Cash Perks. So on June 1st, every qualified CashText member is paid 1.5 cents times the total number of perk points they earned from April 15th to April 30th. So in this example, you'd earn 505 perk points multiplied by 1.5 cents. There's your commission for that one particular offer. Whatever else you make in CashText, and also if you personally refer advertisers, you make 10% for referring an advertiser. All of that is paid out in addition as well. So please always remember the disclaimer for this presentation. This is for illustration purposes only. No income is guaranteed or implied. Obviously, whatever you make is going to be based on your efforts. So, and that varies from person to person, obviously. And to qualify for personal and then referral, downline and downline referral perk points, those 4 separate things, to qualify for any of those perk points for any particular offer, all you have to do is open the offer in question via SMS or email and click through. So every time you get an offer, if you want to earn perk points on it, you make 5 for opening it, and then all of the other possibilities are there for you as well, just for opening that offer and clicking through. You have to click through and see the offer. We obviously want our advertisers to get a real good bang for the buck, but what's this mean for you? Cha-ching! So, to summarize, the Cash Perks program rewards you handsomely for actively opening and sharing offers and teaching others to do the same thing. So just go out and do what you've been doing to build your CashText business and realize that Cash Perks is going to enhance that income and multiply it for you. And we wish you all the success with Cash Perks, and thank you very much for your attention.